Hello, welcome back. I'm going to share another fall collection review with you guys today. Today I'm going to be talking about the Morgan Taylor Change of Pace collection for fall 2023. This collection's great. Morgan Taylor says, transition from summer to fall with a mix of soft neutrals juxtaposed by a pop of richly saturated tones. I thought they said that well. And I think that's pretty much what this collection is. When I first saw it, I thought it was a little bit interesting, but it's definitely grown on me as I've swatched it and done comparisons, and I'm excited to share them with you guys today. So what's on my lips today? I'm wearing a mix of a few things. I had a lipstick that I put on for an earlier video, and then I wanted something just a little bit lighter and brighter, so I added this Clinique Chubby stick in Curvy Candy. I love these so much, you guys, and this is a beautiful one. So this isn't like, it's just a little subdued for that color. And I'll link those products down below. I'll link my shirt. I've talked about this on Instagram stories and a lot of you really liked it, and the color is just so fun, and I think it's perfect as we transition from summer to fall right now. Also on my nails, I'm wearing Dance Till Dawn from the Essie fall collection, and it is a beautiful shade. I love these kind of neutrals, and it's a really light blush lilac, so pretty for this time of year. Okay, I'm just realizing there's like 4 shimmery shades and 2 creams, but a few of the shimmery shades I really love, and the creams are pretty great too. This collection is available at Beyond Polish. I'll put a link down to it below. You can use my code GOLARI10 for a discount, as always, whenever on anything, not just this collection, but anything in their store. So I appreciate that. Let's get into it, and obviously at the end I'll tell you which ones were my favorite. This is called Do Me a Favor, and it's a really interesting shade. So it has a lot of green and it has kind of yellow undertones too. It's a really milky, creamy color that's a little bit different. And it has some iridescent shimmer in here too. So it's got some iridescence to it. So it's like a creamy, milky, bluish toned white. It also has a little bit of gray hints in it too. So it was interesting to find comparisons, but we'll look at those in a second. But the formula is pretty good. It builds up probably in 2 coats. It might be a little patchy in some areas. I think on some fingers I had to do 3 coats. But overall, I think for this type of polish, it has a pretty great formula. Morgan Taylor has amazing formulas. I mean, they just kind of knock it out of the park with their formulas lately, and I'm really enjoying the brand. But this color is a little bit interesting. I don't know if I'll exactly reach for this one. Let's look at the comparisons for it. Will You Be Mine? It's like an interesting cream color too. It has a little bit of gray in it. It also has shimmer, but that one's a little bit different. And then Morgan Taylor Tell Her She's a Stellar is more pink toned. I like that a little bit better. I just wanted to compare it to that one. That one also has shimmer in it. And then it really reminded me of the color Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk, or Spilt Milk, or whatever it is, because that one I found very interesting too. I was like, oh, this totally reminds me of that polish. That one's a little bit lighter and brighter, but it is kind of the same undertones. It has kind of like a greenish gray hue to it, and also some yellow hues to it. Especially in this one, that's due to the shimmer in here where the yellow comes out. But anyway, those are the comparisons that I have for it. This one is quite different. I'll be curious if you like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to reach for this one or not. I think I prefer just creams or like gray, but this tone was a little interesting. Then we have Stay Off the Trail. I kind of like the hiking nature theme for this one. This is a beautiful taupe purpley shade. I love shades like this, and so does Morgan Taylor. There's like a million, and a lot of other companies too, but we'll look at those comparisons and you'll see they are a little bit different. But this one's fun. It's a little bit grayed out and muted and perfect for fall. It's like a nude that's a little bit moody and gloomy, which is perfect for this time of year. And the formula is fantastic on this one. I feel like you could almost get it opaque in 1 coat. I did too, but I was like, man, this is just an amazing formula. So that alone, I just love this polish because it makes me happy to just be able to apply it and be like, man, that is so silky and smooth. Let's look at those comparisons so you guys can see for yourself. We have Keep 'Em Guessing, which is more of mauve and lighter, and then I Lilac. What I'm Seeing has more touch of a pink, and then Chillin' with Jack is a little bit more gray. So they are a little bit different, but they have come out with quite a few over the past few years when I've really been collecting Morgan Taylor. And then I have another set of comparisons. Orly, You're Blushing is a little bit lighter, and then Topaz Beach is pretty close. I mean, it's pretty dang close. Might not be exact. I mean, that formula is a little sheer, especially compared to this one, which is totally opaque. And then Just the Way You Arctic is very close too, but that one leans a little bit more purple, so that should give you an idea of what kind of color it is. And so I think it's fun that Morgan Taylor has one like this, because even though they have a million shades close to this, I mean, they are a little bit different. So I liked this one quite a bit as well. And then we have this goldeny shade called Golden Hour Glow, and it's really interesting. It's like a yellow based polish and it has a golden shimmer in it, so it's totally appropriate for fall. Like, this is like the most fall that you could get. It's like this golden hour kind of shade. Don't know what else to say about it, but it is perfect for fall. I'm not sure if I'll reach for it, even though I do find it interesting. But the formula is pretty good. It's a little bit sheer. It's going to build up, but it has this like iridescence to it and a little bit of pearliness, I would say, and slightly metallic. And it's going to take 2 coats to build up. So the one polish that I did compare it to is one that OPI came out with actually this fall. And that's the only one that I could really think was close to this one. As you can see here, it is quite a bit different. That one's a lot more pizzazzy and it has a little bit of glitter in it, which makes it a little more, I would say, green leaning. So it's like a green golden with the shimmer, but in the bottles they look pretty close. So this one is unique, and for that reason I really liked it a lot, because I think a lot of you are going to like this one, especially because it is typical for fall. That's all I have to say about it. Then we have Lost My Terrain of Thought, and I love the name for this one. This was an interesting kind of green shade. It's a little bit more muted. I couldn't figure out how to describe it, so I looked it up. This is like a 70s green. A lot of companies have been coming out with polishes like this, and I looked it up. I just typed in what is 70s green called, and it's avocado green. So it totally reminds me of the 70s. I mean, when I grew up, we had carpet this color on our floor upstairs. And my house growing up was in the Parade of Homes, so that goes to tell you, like, that was really popular. I mean, if we had green carpet in our upstairs and we were in the Parade of Homes, then they were really into green. But it totally just reminds me of the 70s. Me, I'm not into this kind of green, not so much. There are a few that I like. I think I like the Orly one a little bit better because it is a little bit more brown. I'll just show it to you right now. I like that this one's a little more brown and it's not so green. This is probably my favorite of these kind of shades, at least for fall. But the formula is really fantastic on this one as well. It's going to be opaque in 2 coats. I would even say super close to 1 coat as well. But let's look at those comparisons. I don't think I threw that Orly one in, so I thought it'd be good for me to just show it to you. I compared it to Essie Homework It, and that's a touch more brown. It's very close. I love that one too. Actually, I put it on. I was like, oh yeah, I really liked that one a lot. And then Essie, My Happy Bass, is a touch more yellow. I wanted to grab an OPI shade, and this was the only one that I could find that came close. Paradise Cove, and that one's a little bit brighter. It's kind of more of a summery green like this, but that'll at least help you see how different this one is. Let me know if you like it, but I really do think I like this one and Homework It a little bit better. I might actually wear those ones. Let me know what you think about this one down below. Then the last 2 are really fun. I love this one. This one's called Sappy But Sweet, and this totally reminded me of a polish that I fell in love with about 10 years ago called OPI DS. It was part of their DS line, Extravagance, and it was a beautiful kind of purple color like this. It was a hollow polish. This one is not quite a hollow. It's got some glitter and some kind of finer shimmers in there, but it's just a beautiful shade, and so it totally reminded me of that one. I could not open the lid to that one. It's super old and just dried up, but it's a little bit different. Same kind of vibe. But anyway, this one has a fantastic formula too. I think I hopefully let you enjoy the application of 2 coats on this one as well too, because I think it looks a little better, but you can pretty much get it opaque in 1 coat. This one's so fun, and I think it'd be so cute with like white shirt and jeans. Just something kind of simple and muted that's fall, and then this pop of color is just so fun. So I'll probably reach for this one at some point this fall. Oh, and by the way, I love the name for this one, Sappy But Sweet. That's so cute. I love the sappy reference. Okay, so I compared it to Jamaica Me Crazy, and that one's lighter but similar. It totally reminded me of that polish as well. And then City Slicker is more of like a glitter. That one has a lot of glitter. I mean, it's just packed, and that's more of a hollow, I would say. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then OPI Charmed, I'm sure, has more of an iridescence. The ones that are close in OPI's line are more of like an iridescent with some shimmers in there. So this one's definitely different, and I like it a lot. I mean, I might have missed something. I'm not sure if I did or not, but I'm definitely loving this one a lot, especially for fall. I think it'll be so fun. And then All Good in the Woods is a super cute name too, and I love this one too, you guys. It's so interesting. It's like a gray polish, but it has some shimmer in there that's kind of purple. So it's like a dark gray, but it has a little bit of warmth to it with that shimmer, and it also is a little bit golden. Maybe not. Sometimes my light throws me off with that, but it's a little bit purpley, the shimmer. And so it's such a cool color. This shimmer in here is super subtle. I don't even know if it's going to be able to be noticed in my swatch. I tried to get in really close so you guys could see it, but it's just, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I like any polishes that just have that subtle bit of shimmer. It's just a little bit different, but not like super pow and in your face. And this one's so fun for fall because I do like wearing these darker gray shades, especially as we get towards the end of fall. So I really, really liked this one. The one polish that it did remind me of was also one from Morgan Taylor that I loved last year. I think it might have been from the winter collection. I'm not exactly certain. And that one's called Record Breaker. And that one does have a stronger shimmer in it, and I think it is kind of like a green gold maybe, or silvery. I can't remember exactly, but obviously it's a little bit different. But this one's so fun. I love it. It's one of my favorites from the collection. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my favorites, and I think you can probably already guess by what I just revealed which ones are my favorites. Interesting, because I'm looking at this one on my windowsill and it looks like this color green. I think it's because the iridescence in it has some green in it. See? Interesting. It's an interesting shade. I don't know. I can't decide if I like it or not. It's kind of cool though. I don't know. I'm not going to add that one, but I'm just going to add these two. These are my favorite, and they're two shimmers, you guys. Yep, that's definitely the two that I'm going to pick just because I think they're different. And the khaki, I'd reach for the Orly one. This one, there's a lot of shades like this, and I don't know. I would probably might add this because it's like a better, more opaque version of Topless Beach. Which I love, but it's not like super original, so I don't know. Maybe I'll say these three. Let's just do it. And then Sappy But Sweet and All Good in the Woods, and then this one is Stay Off the Trail, this one here. So these are probably my favorites from the collection. I think these are kind of fun, and I think I'm excited to wear them, and they get me excited for fall, so that's a good thing. But anyway, thanks so much for watching another fall review in the books. I'm just getting on these, you guys, and getting them out to you because I'm like a month behind. So hopefully you're enjoying that. And thanks so much for watching and subscribing.